Max, the Red Sox were caught stealing signs from your Yankees. Big deal or no big deal?
It's a huge deal, and I really don't understand why people are laughing it off. Oh, it's all part of the fun and everything. No, sign stealing's fine, and everyone will tell you that, and I agree with everyone. I never understood what the problem was. If you want to encode your signs to communicate with your teammates, then, yeah, the other team is going to try to figure out what that is, like a snap count or anything. Like, that is ridiculous. Even like when A-Rod a bunch of years ago yelled something as he was rounding third base on a pop-up and distracted the infielder, the ball fell, and everyone got mad at A-Rod. It's Bush League. I was thinking, no, it's not. Within the rules, do what you can do to try to win. You're competing out there, and if someone can't concentrate, that's Bush League, actually. So it's not about sign stealing. It's about how they did it. It was an organizational conspiracy. When you're playing at home and you have a replay guy with a camera in the outfield, and he's using that technology, this is not a competitor on the field, this has nothing to do with the game, and it's an advantage you have that the opponent doesn't have. This goes to the integrity of the game. And he not only is stealing the signs, but then relaying it with technology to team personnel who then relay it to the players. The idea that the manager, that the GM didn't know about this is laughable. It indicates a culture of cheating on the Red Sox that I don't think exists on the Yankees. Joe Girardi flatly said, no, we do not do that. He's credible to me. Joe Girardi is I know him a little bit, as a straightforward, honest guy. And this indicates a culture of cheating on the Red Sox. Now, consider this. The Yankees, by far the most important team in the history of baseball, the most successful franchise in the history of sports on planet Earth, 27 championships, playing in the capital of the known universe, New York City, the considered second most valuable franchise in all of American team sports to the Cowboys, but I'll bet you if they were sold, they would sell for more than the Cowboys. This team is going to wind up in a wild card game, a one-game play in which any team could easily lose. And maybe not win, I don't know, the World Series this year, because in head-to-head competition with the Red Sox knew what was coming and destroyed the Yankees bullpen. I mean, that's not a big deal. That is a huge deal. And once again, a culture of cheating has presented itself in Boston for the world to see. We can talk about Deflategate, Spygate. We can talk about the issues now raised with the Celtics and what they knew about Isaiah Thomas's injury. Tom Haberstroh has a great piece on ESPN.com about that. But it clearly indicates an organizational conspiracy to cheat using unfair advantages and technology, which is plainly against the rules, a huge deal.
Contrary to popular belief, basically pushed forward by the producers on this show who have thought that Max is the ultimate Yankees fan since he arrived, forgetting the fact that I've been watching the Yankees since I was 2 years old, okay? And I'm a diehard Yankees fan. You understand? You are a fan, there's no doubt about it, but so am I. I'm just as much of a Yankee fan as you are. And we all know how
Max
I feel about Derek Jeter.
Max just talks about it more, Steve.
You know, he just talks about it more because he complains about it because he wished he was living back in the 40s or the 50s with the Yankees and they were winning all those World Series in the 50s. Rather.
How about the 90s?
That's him. What it was, 92. The 90 to 92, it was in a 4-year stretch there when it was great, but then they won one World Series in a decade. So don't get me started with that because I get ticked off. But here is what it comes down to. The fact of the matter is that the Yankees, this is much ado about nothing. And you should be ashamed of yourself for being so petty. As far as I'm concerned, everybody should expect that they're stealing signs. The commissioner said there's no rule against it. It's the electronic use of things, the electronic equipment that was used and all of this stuff. They play each other all year. If you're the New York Yankees, suck it up, find a way to maneuver your way around it and handle your business. They used an Apple Watch to steal signs. You can sit up there as a pitcher, whether you're throwing a fastball or a changeup, the manner in which you hold gloves, you can steal signs that way. You can figure out what's transpiring. All I'm trying to say to you is this. It's really much ado about nothing. You play each other all the time. You're a heated rival. You know that things are going to be circumvented. Individuals are going to push the envelope. They're going to go, and then on top of it all, there's no hard and fast rule against sign stealing. And we're sitting here and debating this. Why was
Spygate? Everyone has spies, but when you use the electronic device, when someone who's not a competitor on the field and you're at home, so you have the advantage the other team doesn't have. When your replay guy is stealing signs using electronic equipment, he's not a player, he's not a manager, then relaying it to the personnel who relays it to the player, that is an unfair advantage. It's the definition of cheating. I don't care about sign stealing within the game. That is extra. That is above and beyond. And by the way, I've been.
So in other words,
Max, they had a 183 batting average against the Yankees bullpen. So
here's what makes me laugh. Here's what makes me laugh. So it's all right. So it's all right to cheat within the confines of the game. But no, I'm saying it's all right. No. I'm saying if you're stealing signs, all right, even though there's no hard fast rule against it, I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is that ultimately, if you sit up there and you exercise an alternative maneuver to continue doing what's legalized within the lines, in between the lines, all of a sudden it's cheating. Handle your business. I'm not saying that it's not cheating. I'm saying I don't care. I'm saying to me it's much ado about nothing. I'm not refuting the fact that it's cheating. I'm refuting the fact that it's a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is a big deal because it favors one side because they're playing at home and they're using the technology at home. And then other technology extra outside the game.
That worked for them real big time this weekend, didn't they? When they lost 3 or 4, it worked for them, right?
Just because you lose doesn't mean that you didn't have an advantage. Look, I've been saying all year, the Yankees are intrinsically, clearly better than the Red Sox. It's like when I was watching Margarito Cotto. I look at Cotto, I look at Margarito, and Cotto's better. What's happening here? What happened was Margarito was fighting, it seems, with loaded gloves. That's what the evidence seems to suggest.
It ain't seen.
One guy is
That's
cheating
exactly
the other.
what he did.
One guy has an advantage, the other guy doesn't have. And so even though he's not as good, plainly, he still wins. The Red Sox are over 50 runs worse than the Yankees this year. Position for position, the Yankees are better. I think the Yankees have a better pitching staff front to back. If you go the ace to the end of the bullpen, they're a better team, and they've outscored. Why are they losing to the Red Sox? They're 3.5 games back. Red Sox are cheating.
That's not my point.